union steward. I serve as the liaison between the employees and management to enforce the contract. And a contract is basically the agreement between management and the union. So they have an agreement on wages, on working conditions, of various amount of things that involve workplace issues or things that may occur at work. So if any of those things in the contract are violated, we get that piece of paper, fill it out, whatever article corresponds with the violation, we put that on there, and so that's the way that people can get recourse. They file the grievance, they have a hearing on it to get a resolution, and if at the local level it's not a resolution, it'll go to a further level, to a panel for them to decide on whether the violation occurred and what the recourse would be, whether it's monetary or some other recourse. My father worked at a union job when I was in Alabama, so he was with the steel workers, but never was truly involved in unions, so I wasn't really too aware of them. But I've always been raised to help people. That's something I've always done. So regardless of the fact, I never like to see anybody being treated unjustly. So me just kind of going to the steward at the time, letting them know when stuff was being not speaking. I always speak out. So being that I was very outspoken, I guess it kind of caught their eye. So they asked me if I'd be interested in being a steward. I was like, yeah, sure, because that's something I'm gonna advocate regardless anyway. Title, no title, pay or no pay. It's just something I do. So after they start seeing me very active in the union campaign with my union pin that I used to wear to work, handing out flyers, being at the events, very visible and vocal, then all of a sudden my job at UPS became a conflict of interest with Delta after 7 years. All of a sudden, out of the blue. And it's a lot of us that work both. It's still several people in my building that work both. And so since that happened, I knew what the target. It was a target. It wasn't because it was a conflict of interest. It was because, hey, she wants a union here. Well, that's why I decided to come out and tell my story. The reason I made the video that I released on Martin Luther King Day, to basically let everybody know the type of things that the Delta workers are dealing with every day at work. Besides the videos being played, anti-union videos, the anti-union flyers in the break room, and even they purchased a billboard that said no union over one of our major interstates. So we really the people, they really have a fight on their hands, and I wanted to share that. So and since I've shared my story, actually people have been inboxing me, coming to me, telling me their stories that they've had when it comes to the company. And it's been really crazy that people have had to deal with a lot of stuff in silence, kind of, and suffer not knowing that there's recourse, even though it may have to be legal for us now because of the type of state we're in with no contract. But it's ways to to handle these kind of situations. The word would be for anybody who is passionate about workers' rights to get involved in their community. Check with their local unions or other local organizations, maybe like the Fight for 15 or Justice for Jobs. Any organization that looks to help out workers, try your best to get involved with those organizations and do what you can to help out the situation, because any help for any worker improves all. Once we help anybody, for the lowest of us, it improves every worker in different occupations. It doesn't matter. So it can help for everybody by fighting for the less of them.